Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Precious Ugwez, and in this video we'll look at addition and subtraction of polynomials. So you recall that we have defined polynomials now, but note that whenever you are given a polynomial, it is written as p of the variable in which the polynomial is given. So if the polynomial is given in x, then you call that polynomial p of x, and if it's given in t, s, whatever other variables, so it will be written, so you can have p of s, p of t, p of a, and so on and so forth. Now it will be good that we recall that there is a general form for polynomials. So polynomials are given in general form as an x raised to the power n plus an minus 1 x raised to the power n minus 1, then plus it will keep going up to a1 times x raised to the power 1, and then plus a0 x raised to the power 0. Okay, so this is a general form. Every polynomial has this form, so you can check here. For instance, here in this case we have more than one polynomial, so that's why we're having p1 of x, p2 of x, and p3 of x. Okay, so now you can see here, now this polynomial is beginning from x raised to the power 2. So the implication of this is that the subsequent terms in these polynomials are supposed to have lesser exponents to what this one has. Okay, and that's what you can see here. All right, so the implication is that we can actually have a polynomial, say p of x, to be equal to, let's say, 5x plus 1, and I can choose to write it in t, and that will give me p of t equal to, so instead of x, I will now have t plus 1, and so on and so forth. So that's basically what I wanted us to see before we now go fully into addition and subtraction of polynomials. So what is it all about? In adding polynomials, we do that, adding common terms. And what do we mean by common terms? The coefficient of common terms. Common terms are terms that have the same exponent. So for example, what we have here, if you have 5x and then you are maybe plus 1, and you are adding this to, let's say, 7x plus maybe 5. So this x here, 7x here, and this one here are containing variables of similar exponents. So you are going to add the two of them by bringing their coefficients together and then picking just one of the variables you have. So that's exactly what we're going to see here. So let's do the example we have here. Solution. It says that given that P1 is this, and then P2 is this, and P3, we should find the first one here says we should find P1 of x plus P2 of x. Okay, so, and from what we have here, our P1 of x is 5x squared plus 6x plus 1, and then we are adding this to our P2 of x. Where is our P2 of x? That's this, which is 4x cubed and plus 2x, and then minus 3. So what are we going to have here? So in this case now, there is no x raised to the power 3 here, so it's assumed to be 0. The coefficient is assumed to be 0. So you are going to have that 0 plus this. So you're just bringing down this, which will still give you 4x raised to the power 3. And then there is x squared here, but there's no x squared in this side. Maybe we should have put this in brackets, and then so that means the coefficient here is also 0. So we just bring down this, and so we will have 5x squared. But for x now, we have 6x here, and here we have 2x. So we're going to have 6 plus 2, which is going to give us 8. And then we take the variable x together, and then we add the constant, which is 1 plus minus 3, and that's going to give us negative 2. And of course, this is the solution to that first problem. And so for subtraction, it is the same approach. You subtract terms with the same coefficient, with the same exponent. Okay, and then quickly we are going to look at example 2. All right, so let's go to example 2. Example 2 says we should find, that's B, sorry. We should find P3 of x minus P2 of x. Okay, so what's our P3? Our P3 is 7x raised to power 3 minus 4x squared plus 3x plus 4. And whenever you have minus, it is always important to always put a bracket. You see, when I did addition, I didn't care putting that bracket, but in this case it is important you put bracket, especially from this one. And so you're going to have minus P2 now, and our P2 is 4x cubed plus 2x minus 3. So the reason why you must put that bracket is because whenever minus acts on a bracket, it's going to definitely change the signs. But if you don't put the bracket, whereas the minus is supposed to act on everything, if you don't put this bracket, the minus will only act on this term, and that wouldn't give you the correct result. Okay, so here we are then going to have our x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3x plus 4. So it will be nice to open this bracket now, and that will give us minus 4x cubed minus 2x and then plus 3. And then at this point we can then do our addition, and that's going to give us or subtraction where necessary. So here we're going to have 7 minus 4, which is equal to 3x cubed. Then minus 4, there is no x squared here, so we'll just bring it down. Then here you have 3x and minus 2x, and so 3x minus 2x will just give us x, and then we have finally 4 plus 3, and that will give us 7. And this is the solution. I'm going to do the third example, and I'll allow you to do the fourth one. So the third example is example C. It says that we should find 2p1 of x minus p3 of x. Okay, so in this case, we're expected to multiply by a scalar. We'll multiply p1 by a scalar, and then we will subtract. So that's going to give us where our p1 is equal to 5x squared plus 6x plus 1, and that's minus our p3 is equal to 7x cubed minus 4. Remember, there's a negative sign here. 4x squared plus 3x plus 4. Okay, and so that's going to produce, from here we're going to, okay, so I can choose now to open this bracket, which is going to give me 10x squared plus 12x plus 2. And then if I open this one, I'll have minus 7x cubed, then plus 4x squared, then minus 3x, then negative 4, because minus will multiply that plus 4, and that will give me minus 4. Okay, so at this point I can now bring together what I have. There is no x cube on this side, so I'll just bring the minus 7x cube, and then over here I have 10x squared and then 4x squared. Adding them together, I will have 14x squared. Then 12x minus 3x is going to give us plus 8x, and finally 2 plus 4 will give us 6, and that is the solution here. Okay, so and that is for addition and subtraction.
Thanks for checking out Maths Experience with Precious Ugweze on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.